Hey, Shalom, Yahweh, Shabbat, to our brother Shalom, Yahweh, shout out the sisters. I.S.U.K. Minneapolis with the Lashawan Qadash class. Today we are going to go over a few translations in the scriptures, actually, using some prefix and suffix. All right, just to, we touched on this not too long ago, but I wanted to touch on a little bit more as far as it. All right, let me see here. Now, of course, these words that we're going to identify today also you're going to see in the future as well. We are going to use a lot of the same vocabulary just to get used to how to figure out the translations and also how to figure out how to put things into phrases, all right, or sentences, so to speak. Okay? So, let me see here. Now, the first scripture that I want to get into is Jeremiah 5:12, all right? I'm going to write that on the board real quick. All right, so Jeremiah 5:12 is something that I'm going to get into. Now, the thing is with the translation, we are only going to do part of it, okay? So, like, not the whole entire thing, just a portion of it, all right? So, let me go ahead and get that real quick. First things first, I'm going to write out the Assyrian, like I always do. And then I'm going to write out the actual Hebrew as well. All right. All right, so now that we got the Hebrew out right here, we are going to break it all down. All right. Now, with each word that we're going to break down, what you want to realize and focus on is that each word most likely is going to have a prefix or a suffix. All right. All right, another thing is too, you want to always make sure that you add your connectors and know what is connected and what is not connected in order to identify the word. So, as for example, we need to erase this real quick. All right, so I'm going to get into the scripture in a second, but once again, we are only doing a portion of the scripture just to give you, to summarize it up. All right, and so based on what is not connected and what is connected, helps you write out the word to help you, identify what is the word saying exactly. All right. So of course, everything is right to left, not left to right. So of course, this right here is going to be a Y. Next to it is going to be a Yah. This right here is and let me see. Now, after the ones that's connected with the La and the Ra, we have a Y here. So right now we have YAHANNA, all right? Wayamara, which I bring out what that means, but of course, these already have a lot of prefix and suffix into it. Okay? The next one is going to be connected, which is la'a, which a lot of people should know what la'a is. You know what la'a is? Do you remember?
Sounds familiar.
You gotta raise your hand if you have the answer. Go ahead. Remember what la'a is? So if you ask me a question, I said la'a, what am I saying? Ask me a question. Just ask me a question. China. Just something simple.
What are you doing?
This is something else. Something else besides that. Go ahead, Kalani. Huh? It means more, it's close enough. It means no or not. That's what la'a means in Hebrew. No or not. All right? That's what la'a means. All right, now the next word, of course, we are going to get into here. Now, China, I know you had a question last week, right? You had a question. You said, is there any Hebrew where it's all by itself and it's not connected? This is a great example right here. Hawa'a. Hawa'a is one of those words that, you know, it's all like you spell it out how you see it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is connected. All right? And you might see this word a lot, hawa'a, and I'll break it down what it means. Okay? So, also, too, this is very important. I should put that up there as well. Yeah. Okay, now, I don't think I went over this with you guys, but I went over this a long time ago. It's called prefixes and suffixes, right? A prefix is something that comes before, a suffix is something that comes after. Self-explanatory, all right? Okay. Some of these have prefixes with something that comes before, suffix. Can you guess what
Yes.
Yes? No. Time means yes. But I'll give it to you. Hold on. Why is he? That's what why is in Hebrew. How about why yeah? What do you think why yeah means? Go ahead. Huh? She, ooh, close. Very close. If you want to, okay, Yah is actually, go ahead. No, her shoe would actually be very similar actually in Hebrew. But actually, as far as the prefix, let me just double check. Yeah, as far as the prefix, right? Now, once again, I will have to explain this a different time for you. But also, too, when you look at the word why in Hebrew, a lot of times, based on where it's placed at, it's going to say either he, right? Or it's going to say in. And he. Why, yeah, it's going to say and he as well. All right? And, yep, if you say why, you say and. You know what I mean? You know, Kalani and China went to the store. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me see. Now, this one right here, you might not understand. Amar, there's actually a few definitions of Amar. But in this context of the scripture, it's going to be say, command, and what's the other one? Speak. No, said. That's it. That's said. All right. So Amar is going to be say, command, or say. All right, in this sense, because of the concept of the scripture, which I will be reading very shortly. And la'a means again. You gotta raise your hand if you know the answer. What does la'a mean?
No or not.
No or not. That's what it means. No or not. All right. Now, how you might not even understand this either. So, have you ever heard of pretense, present tense, pronouns, future tense. Have you ever heard of those? Okay. You know how something, you know how to say present, past, future, stuff like that? That's what that is. So I actually is going to, how I, another word of saying he in a conversation. To let you know that you're speaking about a male, right? Now, say she, it would be, see that? You got the ya, instead of the ya. So moving on. Let me see something real quick. If I was to read the scripture, Jeremiah 5:12, this is what it says. Give me a second here. All right, Jeremiah 5:12 says, actually, I'm going to read verse 11, but to understand 12. Jeremiah 5:11 says, for the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dwelt very treacherously against me, said the Lord. Meaning that, you know, the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have, you know, dealt the wrong way with the Lord, meaning that they sinned against the Lord. All right? Now, verse 12 is the part that we're going to focus on. They have belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. Now, why that's so important is because the word belie means to falsely represent something. All right? You have a false representation of something. In this case, the children of Israel is falsely representing the Lord by not following him and what he said to do, which is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, of course. All right? Oh, there's one part. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay. Right. All right. So let me see here. All right. All right, give me a second. So look, right here, as you see, based on the scripture, right? The scripture says, they have lied the Lord and said, it's not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine, right? So what this is saying is, in a nutshell, it's saying right here, the portion of the scripture, and they said. Because if you look at it once again, we have Wayamarwa, La'a, Hawa'a. And this right here, Hawa'a, and the Ya and the Wa, as far as this being the suffix, the prefix, and just a word by itself, these are grouped together. Because if you say they, right, they is more than one person. So that lets you know that they are being grouped together based on the scripture. And then it's telling you based on the scripture, it's telling you. See what I'm saying? Based on the scriptures, letting you know that multiple people have said this sin. And they have said because they sinned against the Lord, based on Jeremiah 5:12, that famine won't come upon them. This is a portion of scripture, not the entire scripture, just to give you the idea. All right? Okay. Now, let's see. Next one we are going to get into Exodus, and a lot of these words that you see that I'm going to write up on the board is something that we use almost every time we get into the Hebrew. And I'm sure you're going to recognize one of these words. You remember the word that we went to last week was which? Remember that? Like which, what? Remember how we was asking like where are you going? Where are you from in Hebrew? We're gonna see something like that. Right? Our next one is going to be Exodus 16 and 15. Let's get that real quick. Exodus 16 and 15. Which says, and when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord, they had saw something. And this, and she wasn't so sure what they were seeing, they was confused. But Moses, hey, keep it down, keep it down. All right. And as you're trying, I want you to, if you could, turn out first. Assyrians, right. Now, John, what is this right here? From right to left. Do you remember? What is this?
The first one. Ha.
It's going to be ha. Okay. So we got ha right here. This is going to be, I'll say wa. And then, remember this one?
Ha.
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 This one. Oh, say ah, okay. Once I thought you said something else. My bad. All right, this one. So since you got that in, and also too, just to make it easier, if we see one letter. So what is this? Do you remember this? Actually, what I'm gonna do is I write this one a little different. I'll show you what it is. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so this one, do you remember this one?
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. And I believe that's the only one that's on the board. This one is going to be just double check. That is going to be, yeah. Ka. Remember this one? The box one?
Ma.
Ma, yeah. Do you see any other mas on this page? I mean, outside the page, but on this board?
No.
You don't? Okay, cool. So now we got the I, right? I can just write that a little bit better. We got the I. Remember what this is?
Sha.
Sha, that's right. Is that the only sha that we see?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have next. Remember that one?
Ra.
Ra, yeah. And Ra looks like a number 4. All right. I'll do this one. This one is, I believe, Na. So check it's Na. No, so it's Na. Remember what this one is? That middle part.
Da.
That's one that looks like an X a little bit. All right. So now what we're gonna do is put it together. I believe this is. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, what I need help with is identify what these words are. So, for example, I'm going to do this one. Ha, wa, ah. Where's this one?
Allah.
Huh?
Allah. Jama. Allah. Kuma.
You said hala.
Allah. Ka.
It's actually halakam. Halakam.
Allah.
Halakam. That's very close. That was good, though, by the way. That was very good. Very close. Oh, you know what? That was my mistake. I messed up that with the Y is actually supposed to be another 9. But look, you see that there's 2 different 9s, right? If you look at the page, see how there's 2 different ones? All right, slide here. So what it's going to be is Nathan. Okay. Now, the word Nathan you probably heard in the prayers before. We say this all the time in the prayers. Okay. It's right there. Look at it. All right, Nathan. So we have Hawa'ah, Halakam, Ashar, Nathan. Right? See what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So Hawa'ah is what again? It's he. And in this sense, it's talking about more than one person as far as a male. Let me see. Ha. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Ha is going to be the or the. That's what that is. Lakam is something that we always have in the Lord's Prayer too. Lakam is another word for bread. If you look at the Lord's Prayer, it always says, give us this day our daily bread. The Lord's Prayer, which I'm going to get to in a second. Ashar is or gave. All right. You know how you say, how you remind me of the conversation, I'll be like, give me that. Instead of saying, give me that, you always say give. I always hear I said that's funny. You know. So let me read the scripture one more time. I'll show you. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm going to read the scripture one more time, but before I do that, it's one part also too. Yeah. All right. This right here is very simple. This is this is the Lord's name. Yeah, this is the Most High's name, which is Yahweh. And what that means is the Most High or the Lord. You know, Lord's name. All right, that's what that is. That's what that means. All right. All right. So now Exodus 16:15 says, and when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they was not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat. So once again, everything is left to right or right to left? Which one?
Left, right.
We said left to right?
Right to left.
Right to left. Also, too, if you ever need to know that, you can look up here. All right, Lashawan Qadash will let you know it's right to left, start to the right, go to the left. All right, so this is how we want to do it with this, right? With Exodus 16:15. Okay, so now based on the scripture, right? Let me read this one more time. I'll show you the portion that we're going to focus on. The portion that we're going to focus on is this is the bread. He let me see. Yeah. Hold on, quick. Yeah, this is how you summarize it up. So, you know, the Lord, so that's saying, He give. All right, so this is how we summarize it. So, for example, right, Yahweh, so the Lord, He give which the bread. Now, to us, it might sound like it's not proper English put into the sentence, but this is a portion of the scripture, just a part of it, and this is how you would summarize it up together. Okay? All right. We're going to go ahead and get into another translation. The next translation is going to be Psalms 24, and I believe 1. Yeah, Psalms 24 and 1. All right. Okay. So since we're going to get into Psalms 24 and 1, what we're going to do is erase this. All right. All right. Yeah, what we're going to do is erase this. All right, of course, like I always do, I like to write out the Syrian first. If you want to write it out in Hebrew first, that's up to you. That's how I do it. Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. All right. So, all right. So, let's go ahead and get into Psalms 24 and 1 real quick. It says, a psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. So this is once again, it's going to be a portion of the scripture, not the entire whole thing, all right? So let's get into it. All right. So the first one we have right here is going to be a lie. Once again, everything's right to left. You got rise is going to be Yahweh. All right. And you got I, Ra to Za. All right. Okay. We have another prefix in there as well. All right. So let's see. Does anybody know what La means? Do you remember what La means every time we're in Sabbath service? Yeah. Does anybody know? Go ahead. Do you remember what the word La means? Every time we say it in Hebrew for Sabbath service. 1 second. I'll see if anybody else. Go ahead.
La means no or not.
La means no or not. For example, La Yashala. If we say La Yashala, what are we saying? We say it every Sabbath service, every time, every Saturday.
Goodbye.
La Yashala. So if you're raising up the glass, right? You're raising up the glass, you say La Yashala, and you drink it and you sit down. What you're doing is you're giving your nation a salute. Yashala is Israel. Israel is your nation, Israelite, nationality. So La is two, okay? That's what it is. Now, let me see. Yeah, so, La is two, or it's four. Four meaning that it's for someone, not the number four. Yahweh, once again, is going to be the Most High. TMH stands for the Most High, otherwise, Lord's name. All right, Lord's name. Now, the High is going to be, High means is a prefix for the. Aratazai is three different things. We got earth, we have land, and we have now means. I just said it earlier. Do you remember that? It means bread. Okay? The means bread. And you're going to see that as well. All right? So, now, last time, just to read the scripture. The earth, Psalms 24:1. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, they that dwell therein. Okay? So, China, what do you think is the saying in a nutshell? Based on everything that we got on board.
Like what you said?
How would we put this in like, how would we summarize this? Put it in one word, like, or one sentence, I should say. Right to left, by the way, of course, but you can mix and match these together to form a sentence.
What does that TMH word stand for at the top, like above?
The Most High. Yeah. Yahweh means two or four. Yahweh means the Most High, or the Lord's name. Lord name. Lord's name. You said what?
Two.
You said two? Yeah, that's right. That's how we started off. It'll be two. I like that. Mm-hmm.
The Most High.
The Most High, or, to the Lord, yeah. To the Lord. Okay. I like that.
For earth.
Huh?
For earth.
For the earth, yeah. Now you already used two, so in this sense, it'll be something more like this. Like of the earth. You see what I'm saying? Of the earth. Because you got high, you gotta get high, and then you gotta get this word, which is a rock. So that would be correct. All right. And most time, that was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if y'all could give her a hand, please. You know what I'm saying? That was perfect. All right, so yeah, that's what Psalms 24:1 is, a summary of it. So that's pretty much the entire scripture, to be quite honest. separate part where it says for the people that dwell in the earth, of course, which would be us. All right, so now after this next one, I want to get into something a little different. Let's see. All right, this one is about food. Okay, you ready to hear about that food? Okay, so it's going to be Genesis 39 and 6. Let's get that real quick. All right. Okay. All right, Genesis 39 and 6. All right. Genesis 39 and 6 says, and he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. All right. Now, you heard the part about bread, right? You heard the part about eat. Those are the two words that you want to think about. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and write this down. Okay, so we got we have a ka, la, we have this right. Okay, just to make time. It's gonna be all right. So what we have right here is gonna be ha, la. It's gonna be halakam. You heard this word? Halakam. And then this one right here is gonna be shar. Of course, it's connected, just like this one is connected. So this one with the ka and the ma, the a is going to drop off. With the ashar, with the sha and the ra connected, the a is going to drop off with the ra. Now, since these all are by itself and not connected, it's going to be hawa'a. All right. Which words have you seen previously? Which words have you not seen previously? Do you remember?
Ashar.
Yeah, halakam. This one?
No.
No, I'm saying which words have you saw previously, like earlier?
Oh, halakam and hawa.
Hawa'a.
Hawa.
Yeah. So you haven't seen this yet? I just wrote this one just a little earlier. All right. Ashar. This is the only one that's new, to be quite honest. Okay. So now let's put let's see. All right. So right here. Yeah. So this is really the only one that's a prefix. A prefix, once again, is something that's before, not after. All right. Our call means to eat. I'm sure everybody likes to eat in here, right? You know what I mean? It means to eat or ate. Ate meaning that you ate something. Ha is going to be D again. And Lakam is going to be bread. Ashar, how about now once again, you could just piece these all together. You don't have to start right here necessarily. Okay.
When I'm trying to make the sentence put together, it doesn't make sense in my head.
Right.
What I'm putting together is to eat which the bread does not make sense
to he which eat the bread. I like that. Okay. Okay. How about this? What's the sentence? Say it again. Go ahead. 1 second.
The bread which he ate.
Give her a hand. Yeah. So the bread is going to be the bread which he either eats or ate. Y'all see that? So it's the bread which he eats or ate. Okay? All right? See what I'm saying? So that's what it is. All right? Already had that. Yeah. I'm gonna go like that. Eli. All right. So, okay, no sweet. What time is it? 8:30. Y'all gonna read it. That he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not that, save the bread which he did eat, and Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. Of course, Most High dwelt, with Joseph, and also dwelt. Don't do that. No. See what I'm saying? He also dwelt with, Abraham as well. What it is, this is a portion. We got pretty much towards the last part of the scripture, which she did eat. What she did eat is right here. All right? See what I'm saying? The bread which she eats or ate, which is absolutely correct. So it's the water. Okay? So now just give me a second. Let me listen to my notes. Let's see. All right, where's the name before? Now let me get into some of these words that you might see also too that we might go over in the future, which most likely we will. Let me see. Now, of course, I'm bringing these words back up so that way we can use these words in actual sentences in the future. So, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. So we are going to get into some keywords. And then later on, in the second, we are going to get into 5 most common Hebrew words that we always do towards the end of the class, all right? So we're done with translations. Now we're just getting into the keywords that we're going to be using in the future. Of course, like every class that we do, there's always a pattern that we get into, okay? Let me see. There are some keywords right here. You know what? That's messing up a little bit. Oh. And a lot of these words that we get into, you are going to hear in our prayers and our everyday conversation. Okay? So, we have this one right here, call. All right? Call. Or any. Okay? Actually, matter of fact, for homework, pretty much, I guess we just focus on some of these keywords. That's very important for now. Let me know if you have an issue seeing the board or what is on the board. Yeah. But the person that just commented said that this is made of Hebrew. What's made of Hebrew is Yiddish. You see what I'm saying? That's what made of Hebrew is. Okay? This right here is actually paleo. And by the look of your name, I can see that you don't know how to spell correctly, not even your own name. All right. So moving forward, let's get it. Once again, we just went into this word ashar. All right. Ashar, which is either who, whom, which, or that. All right. And then, of course, all right. All right, so okay. Next one is going to be similar. Yeah, this is also something that we went over as well. Amar. Amar in this sense is going to be say. Unless you're speaking, all right? You're saying something, said something, or you're commanding something. 27 and 20, yeah, pretty much talking about obeying the words of the Lord, which is something that is very important to focus on and that you be careful. Okay? All right. So, let's get it. All right. Moving on. I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. is something that you might hear of in our scriptures and prayers. I want to say maybe Psalms 121. It means to, also like to do. It means to do or make. That's what it is. I.S.U.P.K. Okay? This is how you write it out in Paleo, in Hebrew. All right. Keep it going. Haya. We see this word a lot. Now, Haya means in Hebrew means happy. Beware. It's like become. That become. It means also be or be done, be made. Be made. And let's see, destruction. I'll say some of these words when it says be done or be made. The book of Genesis, all right? Book of Genesis. Now when it talks about destruction or ruin, we have a lot of precepts and a lot of stories like the account or story of Isaiah. We think about let's see, Revelations, all these books that go into death or destruction. Okay, or ruin. All right, just keep going. This word we have been using quite often is Wa. Wa is a word that means enter, come, or to attain. That's what it is. Wa. Okay. Now, of course, it's another strong word. Every Black and Hispanic person should know this word by now that is in class. Yashar. All right. Oh, you know what? This one. Oh, okay. All right. For as well. All right. Now, Yashar, of course, is going to be Israel. All right, Yashar, okay? It means Israel. And of course, with Yashar as well, just to give it to you real quick, just to break it down. Okay. All right. So the Yah must be. Now, of course, too, you see that Yah, while in different contexts, it does mean he. And I think it's about that you want to understand is that based on how the word is being used, it can mean he, which this does mean he, because it's talking about the nation as a male being Israel. And also, too, with every word, there is multiple definitions, all right? So, Yah is he, Shar is, oh, you know what? To the Shar. Shar is actually prince. All right. Okay. Shar means prince, and Allah means power. It's no different when we say, Anaheim. You know what I'm saying? Allah, Anaheim, which is another big word as well, has multiple definitions. All right? If we go on. Let me see, what's another one? I already got into that one already. Barn. Yeah, barn is another one. All right, this is bond. Now, of course, bond means son. Like, for example, when we are speaking out of the registry, we always say, my name is such and such, bond, this tribe, bond, that nation. Bond is you saying son or from. All right, son or from. That's what it is. You are giving your registry to show where you are. Where do you come from as far as the tribe and your nation? Okay? So let's go ahead and keep going real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Most common Hebrew words as well. I think that it is very important. So what we have right here for keywords is call, which means all, every, or any. Ashar is who, whom, which, that which we used earlier today. Amar, say, said, and command, which you also used earlier. Asha, which we used a couple of weeks ago, or actually a couple of months ago, means to do or make. Haya, which we use a lot throughout the entire Lashawan Qadash. Happy, become, be done, be made, destruction, or ruin. Now we have Bawa, enter, come, to attain. All right. Yasha'ala, of course, which is Israel. And it means, Israel, but of course, prince, he, power. So we always say prince of the power, which is the same thing. Saying prince, he, and then power. And then bond is going to be son or from. All right. Once again, that's pretty much your registry. Okay. Now he's going to leave us on the board for a couple minutes, or for a second, and we are going to get into the most common Hebrew words. All right, which is, which I believe which letter we are on today is going to be M. All right, because we did L last week. Okay, let me just see something real quick. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now let me get the list of what we're going to get into next, which is the most common Hebrew words. Give me a second. All right. So to recap, we went over 4 scriptures. And 4 of those scriptures was mainly Exodus 16 and 15, 6 as well. Let me see. That we focus on today. Some of them, not all of them. And some of these words we're going to use within later on in this month. Okay, going into next month. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. We are going to get into the most common words. All right. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get it. Oops. Words. Okay. All right, number one, what we have here is manifest. All right, it's a very powerful word that you will see in the scriptures a lot. And how you say it is going to be galak. All right. Slide. Give me a second here. All right. All right, galak. Number two, we have marriage. It's going to be, let's see. Actually, not marriage. Let's see something else. Let's try mercy, actually. Mercy. It is going to. Yeah. Side. Okay. Number three. Morning. We learned this Hebrew word not too long ago, of course, for brothers and sisters that are in I.S.U.P.K. Definitely know how to say this. Bawakwar. Bawakwar. All right. Bawakwar is how you say good morning in Hebrew. All right. All right. Number four. Number four is going to be mother. All right. Mother. Which is going to be Amma. Okay. All right, next one is going number five. It's going to be move. This move in the sense of you moving something out of your way or moving somebody. All right. Yeah. It's going to be Rakash. Okay. Rakash. All right. All right. It's going to be God. And okay, yeah. All right. Number 7. Number 7, we have measure. All right. Which is going to be madad. Madad is how you say measure. Number 8. Let's see. Murder. Murder is going to be ratazak. Ratazak. Ratazak is how you say murder. All right, number 9. Okay. All right. Music. Okay. Music is going to be nakayana. Naka. All right. Nakayana. And then the last one, number 10. Last one, number 10, is going to be money. Money. Shakwa. Shakwa is how you say money. All right. So, all right. Shakwa. Okay. Give me a second, Salaki. Right there, over there. All right. So those are 10 most common Hebrew words. We have manifest, Allah, which you have in Hebrew as well. Number 2, mercy, kasad. Number 3, morning, babafar. Mother, amah. Number 5, move, which is rakash. Number 6, meditate, hagah. Number 7, measure, which is madad. Number 8, murder, ratazak. Number 9, music, nagayana. Number 10, money, shakwa. All right, those are the 10 Hebrew words that we're going to leave off with. Next week we are going to get into, and of course, then I think next week we are going to get into some colors. Okay, I think it's about that time that we get into the colors. You know, I'm going to go ahead and check the schedule on my notes to see. Most likely, I will incorporate that into next week's topic.